What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Stirfry. It's your boy Chef T.
I'm Will the Spacekid.
And our special guest today is Randy Buffington.
What's good?
How you doing, my dude?
I'm good, man. How you feeling, bro?
Man, I'm doing good. You can't complain.
What's up?
He's a digital content producer. He worked at Channel 19, ESPN Undefeated.
Superstar.
Yeah, superstar.
Superstar, man.
Man, how'd you get into that? How'd you get into the digital content producing role?
Man, long story short, I talk too much. I talk way too much. But it started in college. I went to Heidelberg University, real small school. Y'all went to BG, right?
Yeah.
So it was like 40 minutes out from there. And I just wanted to find a lane where I could kind of be myself. I wanted to talk about what I talked about on some barbershop talk type of deal. That's kind of how my style is.
Yeah.
And shoot, man, I just went from there. But before then, it was all about ball. I wanted to go to the league. Everybody wanted to go to the league. So it was all about
Shit, you got the height.
right. You know, why you not playing ball?
Right.
But it was all about going to the next level. And I went to Heidelberg for my first 2 years, and that's what all my focus was about. I went to Akron and transferred, and that's what I was on again. And then I went back to where it all started at. I went back to Heidelberg, and when I got back, I'm like, bro, what the hell are you doing? Like, you got to figure out, like, what's the next move? You got to find a job. Going to the league.
When you transfer, don't they make you wait 6 months or a year?
Sure enough,
or a year?
So
6 months or is it a year?
It's a year. So
it's
I
a year?
red shirt at Akron, and so
crazy.
Red shirt there, and I'm in there.
That's ridiculous.
Sweating my ass off, doing 5 a.m. workouts, a lot of shit I wasn't used to, you know?
Yeah.
But it was definitely different. And I went back to Heidelberg, and I had to kind of lock in and figure out, all right, what do you want to do, bro?
So what was your major in college?
My major was broadcast journalism.
Okay.
Broadcast journalism from the jump, yeah.
Okay.
Actually, I was creative writing for like a soft, like,
Me
3
too.
weeks.
Me too.
You're not going to be a teacher, bro. Like,
yeah,
what you doing?
because it's not what you think it is. You know,
Yeah.
you think it's going to be like, oh, you're just doing creative prompts,
Yeah.
but it's way more than that. It's like English, hardcore English class. Fuck that.
Yeah.
See, that's, I think, an important thing that more sports players don't do is they don't take that broadcast journalism side because
easy.
think about it. When you only have so many years if you go to the league, right? To be in the league.
Yeah.
And then there's that option for what's next, you know, what's going to be the next step. And if you already have that broadcast journalism role and kind of learned some of like the, you know, how to do that.
Right. Then you set up.
Then you're set up and you're more likely to be able to hop in a role at ESPN or hop in a role in any other network.
Right.
You
Just
know,
learn how to talk. But it's like, I tell cats this all the time.
It's definitely a skill.
Yeah, it's a skill. It's a skill. But I tell cats all the time, bro, because you get so locked in on what, like, a goal. Like, this is the goal. I want to go to the NBA. I want to go to the NFL, baseball, whatever. And you're just so locked in on your craft. But, bro, you got 4 years. If you get out of there and the league doesn't call, and you got a weak-ass business degree, you don't know what you're going to do after the fact. Like, you just salty. Like, you whipped yourself. You played yourself. But you got to figure it out, man. You got to, like, actually invest. Don't just do something just to do it.
Yeah, I mean, so that's the thing is, like, no matter what, if you want to play ball, then play ball, hustle, do that, but make sure at the same time you are getting that education, you know, because that's backup. You know what I mean? Everyone needs to have some sort of backup. Like, I think you should go full force on one thing, too, but you should always be able to say, hey, I went there to college. Now I have this degree of something I also love.
Yeah.
You know, instead of taking the business route sometimes when people are just like, well, I'm just going to get this business degree or whatever. You know, generic business, you know, not like specialized.
Well, one thing, I kind of think, and then maybe you could agree or disagree, but I would think, like, if you play sports with the time that it's taken up between, you know, waking up early in the morning, the actual trips out of town, that it would kind of be harder to network than a regular college student.
Harder to network.
As far as, like, obviously you want to make it to the league. So you're focused on that and you're trying to, you know, build your body up to the best of its abilities. But also you're seeing your other peers, they're just focused on that one thing. Yeah. So, like, how do you feel about, like, the whole networking?
I can definitely see it. I definitely can't agree with that. It is tougher. But, I mean, can't make excuses. You gotta get it done, bro.
You just gotta do what you gotta do.
You a competitor anyway. It's in your blood to go after it.
Right.
Shit, don't shortchange yourself when it comes to getting a job.
Right.
You know what I mean?
No, I mean absolutely.
Yeah.
I think that's true. So how many years have you been a digital content producer?
Oh man, I was at Cleveland 19 News for the past 2 years, and it was the time of my life. I had a fun time there.
Yeah, I mean I see it. It looks great on your Instagram. Got to meet a bunch of amazing people.
Yeah.
John Weatherspoon.
Crazy.
That was crazy.
It had to be like 2 weeks after my man passed away.
Yeah, I mean he's legendary.
2 weeks before.
I don't even know where to start.
Yeah.
Friday, the Boondocks. Wayne Brothers, like just a legendary
Nuts.
man.
And he was chopping it up with us about it because he came through the studio to do something. I think he was at the Improv for a little bit, and he came up to say what's up to everybody. And after he was on the show, he did a soft little bit, was talking smack, and then he came out, and I'm just waiting there like a fan. Like I just wanted to meet him, you know what I mean? So I'm like, hey man, can I holler at you for a little bit? And he was all for it, threw him up on the gram and said what's up to the people, and that was dope in itself.
That's awesome,
and
yeah.
then
Amazing
come to find out 2 weeks later, he passed away. It was crazy, bro.
See, that is crazy. Yeah.
Crazy. And he was like,
He was healthy. He was like,
man, like he was himself. But it was crazy because like even in that video, he giving me pointers. So like I got the video up. I got him like this, like yo, what's up? Say what's up to the people. He's like, get yourself in the camera, look, young man. You don't even got yourself in the camera. Like he's still like bigging you up. You know what I'm saying? Like still looking out. And that was in his blood. So that was pretty dope, man.
Yeah, that was a sad day.
It was. The whole community was shocked. Still shocked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, but I mean, that is amazing. Who you can meet. I think with being a digital content producer, just like you're able to meet all these people you probably would never be able to meet.
Yeah.
You know, you're able to talk, maybe get pointers.
Yeah, get
like
pointers.
You said.
Or that. It was just a big finesse. The past 2 years of my life have been the biggest finesse.
Basically, a ticket in. You know, you get a ticket in. You get to go meet people. You get to go use that as like a because if you were some random dude like, hey, let me get an interview with you, you don't have credibility.
Yeah,
but.
I mean,
you could do it.
You could do it. But I mean, you definitely got
to take it in though. Like, the Channel 19 guys here again. You're like, hey.
Yeah, leverage is everything.
And people want to talk to you. They're like, okay, like, you know.
You got a platform behind you. You know what I mean? So that definitely kind of works. But I feel like even if you're not, bro, like people look out. I think people recognize like somebody that wants to get better. If you waiting outside of the grog shop and an upcoming artist that you follow is there, and you got a camera and a mic in your hand, bro, and you want to interview, cuz I don't think he's gonna turn you down. Like nobody's gonna turn down somebody that wants to get better for the most part, man. So 19 and no 19, I was still gonna be out there trying to get my
I mean, luckily I think in Cleveland it's really not as bad, you know. So you can do that. You can go and kind of you can get in the door if you know how to talk, you know, and whiz your way through who. Yeah,
presentation is everything. I mean, obviously, like who you know, but like if you don't know the people, I feel like presentation is everything. Yeah, like you said, you out there in the cold, waiting at the garage shop for the artist. I mean, I would guess it's only gonna be 3 other people with that, or it might just luckily be you.
Yeah.
I mean, I think a lot of people only see the benefits of it. You know, they see, oh, you got to meet this person and this person. They don't really see the grind of it.
Oh, yeah, bro.
You know, I mean, can you touch on kind of the negatives of what being a content producer is? Like,
I mean, it's hard. I mean, but I kind of approached my job different. Like, I was always just trying to hustle. Like, again, I was just trying to finesse it, trying to figure out the best way to get access to stuff and just think outside the box. So, I mean, that's like those interviews when I'm talking to whoever, I'm practicing in the mirror the night before, talking to myself. Like, Brian, what do you think about this? Okay, cool. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I mean, I'm in that mode. That's what I kind of lived and breathed.
You know what I mean? Do you edit your own videos? Is it a team?
Yeah, nah, hell no. I wish it was a team.
Okay.
I chop up everything by myself,
Okay.
Yeah, so just locking in. I was at the station, the same type of deal. They call it an MMJ, multi-media journalist. But long story short, you're chopping up everything by yourself. Same thing with the work I do for the Undefeated. But I like it that way. Like every piece is your baby. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, is there like a final someone who gets a final call? Like, say you chop something up and then you're like, I don't like this.
Yeah.
Like,
I tweak for days. That was the other thing.
Yeah.
So you talk about like pains in this industry. I mean, shit, I'm getting off it. I get off on paper at 5, but I'm out the door at 8 because I'm tweaking it. You know what I mean? I got to make sure it's perfect. Like I was a perfectionist when it came to it.
Because it's going to air at this time tomorrow.
All that, you know what I'm saying? So I just want to make sure you got to be meticulous and when it comes down to this type of work.
And in this business, content is an everyday grind.
Yeah.
Like, it's not just you, one piece for this week, we're good.
Yeah.
No, it's like, you have 3 or 4 pieces, right? And you're like, oh, shit.
You feel me?
Hey, you just spent 2 days editing this one piece,
Yeah, like,
you know?
what have you done for me lately? Like, I need another one. I'm like, shit. Yeah.
Because you think you had the golden ticket then, right? Next, you open the door and boom, come back next day, you got more stories.
Have you ever been declined any content? You kind of proposed it. Channel 3 was like, no, it's a no-go.
Yeah. Shoot, let me think here. I mean, it happens. It happened at 19. But for the most part, me and my boss had a really dope relationship. Okay. She was really my mom's in there. So I'm in there like, yo, what do you think it is? So I just came across this kid who's a beast at this game and whatever. And I would show it to her, and long story, or 9 times out of 10, it'd be a go. Like she got it. She rocked with my pitches.
Okay. So comfortable working space.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's cool. Yeah, I mean that's cool because, and I mean I think this is where like the news is kind of moving to is they want people to be free that's working there because they know that they'll get more content out of people. And they won't shut down people's ideas. You know, they need to like have that flowing out.
You need to have it different.
And you need to have it different. If we did the same story as everyone else, then we'd all be at that car crash on 91 or you know, like
Fact.
Yeah, and it would just be the same shit every day.
Yeah.
You know,
and that's boring.
Yeah.
I hate boring, bro.
And that's why I think like, you know, I work at Channel 3, so I think that's like the benefit of having them bring young people in, like me and you, who, yes, I only do behind the camera stuff right now.
Right.
But I'd like to be in front of the camera.
It's happening.
And like bringing our younger generation with us, you know. Yeah. I'm sure you have a bunch of fans on Instagram as opposed to some of the people that they have that may not have fans on Instagram. You know?
So that's really what it is, bro. Yeah, the reach. But it's like getting that young crowd involved, bro. Because, I mean, we are the audience, whether you like it or not. When you branch off to this Instagram and YouTube and Facebook and Twitter, like, we're there, not the folks that are necessarily watching TV. Everything is shifting toward digital anyway. So y'all Cat's gonna have to give it the times here quick. News organization, you know what I'm saying? And we got the answers. So it's gonna happen. So
and so with it not just being from 5 to 6 o'clock or 6 to 7 o'clock, these hour increments of news. Yeah. Right now we want consistent content, a lot of content all day long. All day long. Boom, what's the next story? Boom. Chop it up, send it out.
Hell yeah.
You know, and it's becoming way more content, just way more stories that are being flown out.
Yeah, it was all the time. And even in like, we kind of transitioned. We had to transition in 19 because we were on it like, it's a break in news. Like we're on at like 6, 10, and 11. It's like a crazy ass block where like what's going on in the world. And in between a lot of those times, even in the morning, where you got a gap from in the morning, last news show airs at like 7:30 or whatever. And the next one is until 4. So like what's going on? We'll be on Facebook. We'll have like, if there's breaking news update somewhere, we'll hop on Facebook immediately and we gotta update. We gotta write stories. Everything is like going all the time. We gotta keep churning content, like you said.
Yeah. So where do you think the news and media outlets are headed?
Digital. Right? Your phone.
So we're headed digital, but like, do you think that, so everyone wants more content. Do you think it's going to expand jobs, reduce jobs? How do you think
it's going to be tighter, bro? Because it's tight right now. Like content creators are like
it's hard to monetize.
Like it's hard to monetize, but like it's kind of like oversaturation too, where like everybody's doing it. But like, I mean, you just got to find either a niche or you just got to be that nice. You got to just stand out. But like, you just got to be able to stand out because people not stupid. They see where the money at. The money is on YouTube. The money on TikTok. The money on so-and-so. It's gonna come. If you like, look at the TikTok girls. You know what I'm saying? They was at All-Star Weekend.
They're like,
you feel me?
Yeah, some are like 14 making hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Some millions.
It's nuts.
Some
It's
millions.
happening,
Some
bro.
millions.
People, and then YouTube don't even get me started. Like people are. That's what I think's amazing, right? So what it has done is it has stopped the corporation, like the massive flow of corporation control and people's ability to make money. You know, because you can be a famous anchor on your show, right? For Channel 19, Channel 3, you know, and you cap out at a certain, you know, maybe a couple $100,000, maybe, you know.
You could be a famous anchor in your living room now.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. But like, you are getting all the revenue.
Yeah. That's
you are getting
life.
that direct revenue. There's no more middleman. There's no more corporation that's taking a big cut.
Yeah.
You know, you're getting your worth. What work you're putting in, you're getting out. Yep. You know what I'm saying? And it does take a while to get started, and I think that's where these news outlets are kind of struggling.
Yeah.
They're trying to figure out how to monetize on this. How do we keep the staff we have and keep that going with this platform?
I think eventually it's going to be, I would actually say it would be a lot more news jobs. So what I picture,
that's what, yeah, it's like,
and like let's say like 10, 20 years, I think it's going to be a lot of like subcategories of like these digital content creators, which it kind of already is, but I think it's going to really, really be a lot more like subcategories. Like maybe one person might do sports.
Yeah.
Maybe one person is just anything like directly just like fashion, like what's going on, what's the latest things, whether that's on a local level for Ohio or just like worldview.
Yeah.
And I'm just talking about like as far as like a YouTube or whatever the new YouTube is, I can see like a lot more jobs going to expand as time moves on.
Yeah, because it's happening, bro. Like, I mean, you can go to ESPN jobs now and popping up, like, they got a TikTok. Like,
your role is to make Snapchat content.
Sports Center on Snapchat, like, everything is evolving. Like, where these organizations are changing to fit what the trend is. And the trend is social media.
Yeah.
By a mile.
And I think that's the problem. I think they're used to this advertising revenue that they've been getting for years, dominating and, you know, gaining all this money because let's face it, they were making great money.
Oh, yeah.
When cable was popping, this shit was making bank.
Yeah.
You know, but now they're coming to a wall of like this transformation phase of going from getting that ad revenue now, but viewership's decreasing by the week, by the year. You know, they're seeing it steady.
See, I would say like they're making it, but the problem is now it's a middleman. So if you have you know, a big news outlet, now you have to cut a Snapchat in like, oh, how much is that Snapchat ad? Oh, it's that much? That's crazy. Like who are they? They just popped up like less than 10 years ago. We got to pay them that much. And
Right.
it's like, you got to, until you can figure out how to get your outlet as big as a Snapchat or a Twitter or an Instagram. Now it's this huge, it's all these middlemans. And it kind of just like, man, it's crazy that we even have to cut all these people in now versus before the news controlled the whole media.
Yeah.
If you was one of the top news people, that was it. If you was in that top 5, you basically controlled the whole media.
And I think that it's also the problem with it is the people at the top that are old, or just the people in the organization that are like old and don't want to change.
Yeah.
And I hear
that.
I hear this a lot. You know, they say like, oh, I don't know why we're doing all this and changing when we got to focus on the core audience, which is like the older people. But like, that's the one thing Channel 3 is doing well. Is like they're saying we know it's going to be gone.
Oh, yeah.
We know that it's going to be gone. If we don't change now, then we're not going to get the new viewers quick enough, you know? Because they're going to go somewhere. You know, people are going... At the end of the day, I do believe people will want local content, you know, whether it's through social media or through a streaming app that's just no cable, just a straight streaming app, you know. I definitely think that is valued because people want to know what's going on.
Yeah.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Twitter became a news outlet. Like, it is a news outlet, but I wouldn't be surprised if, like, we look up in a couple years, like, hey, Twitter about to come on. Like, and this is like, and this is the world news. Because their brand is already pushed towards news. Like, it's literally the fastest source of news. Then, on top of that, they already have a trusted fan base. Fans would be like, oh, I mean, I could watch, you know, I don't know, Channel 3, 8, 19, whatever. or I could just see what's on like Twitter. And a lot of people, they probably would just watch Twitter. Like,
Bro,
Okay,
it's happening. It is happening. They got shows
So
on
you
Twitter
see
now.
with live streams, right? You see with live streams. And I think you're right, dude. That is where we're ultimately headed no matter what.
I'm
It's
about to
boom,
watch
bam.
Twitter. I like the sound of that.
Yeah.
I'm about to go watch Twitter.
Yeah, let's go watch Twitter.
Yeah.
And yeah, maybe it's set up a little different where you have like that whole category of similar to what cable shows do, similar,
Yeah.
but it's a lot more free, you know.
so what I would think would be like dope is like if it took over like the TV and like let's say like a half. I'm just giving them like free ideas,
Right.
but like basically, so I think like half is like the news report, and the other half is literally like just people tweeting under it.
That's hard.
So like you could potentially be the person, you know,
Yeah.
like, well, I don't really agree with that subject, or I mean anything, like whatever the main news reporter is talking about.
Yeah.
I can see like that being like the next like news, like people feel like they're a part of it. It's interactive, and just a lot of people just like a little, literally 15 seconds of fame.
And
like,
they want to hear their name.
like
yeah.
just imagine you could see your name or what you
So
think.
we actually did that on Channel 3, but just yesterday I found something. I mean, like they were like on Twitter live,
Yeah.
tweeting questions, and then we were asking them.
Yeah.
It was all fed live to our social medias,
Yeah.
And that is because people want to feel like they're interactive, they're there, they want to be heard, all that stuff.
All that.
And then maybe like
Social media gives that.
and then maybe the niche could just be freedom. So like everybody's news station is kind of it's always been this idea of like it's for the family. That's it. We got this tight space. It's things we can't do and things we can do. So maybe a whole nother subgenre of news outlets that finally do make it to TV once they figure it out will more so be like, let's do the exact opposite. Let's just let it be free. Put maybe like a mature warning in the beginning, and let's do it our way. Because the news has just always been like, it's been commercial since like the beginning.
Yeah.
And I can see a lot more people just like a lot. Let's be real, man. If a teenager want to watch it, they're just going to watch it. Like that's basically what we're getting to at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, because I own a TV. I don't own cable. Do you guys have
No,
cable?
we don't have cable.
We don't have
Like,
cable.
that's crazy. Like, that's nuts to think about. We on news. I was on news every day. But I
I
can't
work the news and I don't have it. I
And
don't
I'm
watch
like,
the news every day, yeah.
I'm like,
But-
I don't have it, bro.
Right, I watch it at work.
You feel me?
But we have different apps. Like I'm pretty sure like we all probably got like a Sports Center app or SB Nation, something around that, of just like different sources of news, which is like that's actually the more crazy part. Like we just like, shoot, I got the news. The news on my phone right now.
Yeah, and the apps, that's a big thing now. I mean, I have Channel 3 on my phone, and they notify me like all the stories, and I mean, boom, I see the headlines. Go ahead, if I want to click on it, I click on it, but I see the general news, I don't got to watch it, like that's what it's all about. So we talked a little bit about, or a lot of it about, the future of news, you know, and media. I kind of want to go back and talk about, so we're in this weird phase, but I kind of want to talk about how news has changed in the past.
Okay.
From maybe 30 years ago to now. How do you think it's changed?
30 years ago to now, I mean, I got just at this station, we saw like it's a rapid change, bro. Like I never seen anything like it at the station. We had so many people move out or just slide from news within the past year, either retire or just like what have you. Just at our station alone. So we had reporters that has been around for the past 20 or so years. And they were tripped out 2 years ago, and we telling them, yo, you got to do Facebook Lives out on the field. They like, what? Why the hell I got to do a Facebook? You know what I mean? Like, they're not, you like, what are they? I'm about to be on TV in a second. Well, cat's not on TV, bro. They on your phone. So, like, we got to adapt to them.
Right.
So, it's just, like, reaching or getting that across to the people that's in that market that, yo, times are changing.
So what about your take on the content?
Yeah, the content. Let me think. Yeah, so we kind of talked about it.
The substance that was back then and the stuff that we're talking about, making stories about now.
It is sensationalized now, for sure. I think we wanted meat and potatoes back in the day. I wasn't around 30 years ago, but I think mom and pop wanted to see, I'm saying, the things that were happening locally in their community that was going to affect them, what politicians said what was going to affect their pockets, etc. Now we care about.
We want to see Taylor Swift
and
all that.
puppies
and Bad Baby.
You feel me?
Yeah,
all of that. Catch Me Outside. We want to see that on the 8 o'clock news.
yeah. Do you
9 o'clock
think
news.
so? Do you think social media hasn't had an effect on that?
Oh yeah, by a mile. Yeah, I think because people like I operated our Facebook pages at the station, bro. Like people on Facebook are crazy. Like it's people are just insane.
And the things that they love are
Yeah,
crazy. You
yeah.
know, like it's just crazy what gets the most clicks.
Oh yeah, people are out of their mind. I mean, but it's like, that's kind of our job. So we tell the news that's what our job should be or whatever. But we kind of just like a breakaway from like everyday life. Everybody got to grind. Everybody got a 9 to 5. That everybody got a family, and we kind of giving them that relief of okay, here's your wife not yelling at you for a second. You know what I mean? It's like a different. An
a break
reality.
from reality.
A break from
I
reality.
think Facebook specifically just got that. Well, one, you don't have you have less rules as far as typing. So like Twitter, you got your like 140 characters or 200, whatever it is. And then for some reason, Instagram, people don't really like typing big paragraphs on Instagram. But when people be on Facebook and they be scrolling, if they don't like something, you gonna get 2 paragraphs and they ready. They're like, I got time today.
But that's the crazy thing about Facebook to me is it's always someone prompting an argument or like that's like the main people always arguing on there.
Oh yeah,
always putting their political opinion.
Mad drama.
Like Twitter has that, but it's not as aggressive. I mean, it can be like aggressive, making fun of people. Yeah. But I think Facebook.
The only difference
disgusting.
is so it's a couple differences. So Facebook, it's one off rip. It's only a certain amount of people you can have as a friend. The way their system is set up. So let's say you do got the maximum, which I think is like 5,000 friends or whatever. So your pool is really just like that 5,000 people. Now, granted, people could share it, but it's not like crazy likely. Now, Twitter, if you say something out of pocket,
everyone from everywhere is coming in.
The right person retweet it. It's like all angles of life just attacking you.
Yeah, and I think, but Twitter, they have, people make like fake accounts. Yeah. You don't really know who they are. Facebook, you kind of know that they're a real person.
Facebook is direct. Like,
it's like, is that Uncle
it's your teacher from 5th grade.
Yeah. He's like, I didn't teach you to do that. What the hell?
That's it.
I mean, that's how
real life, though.
But it feels more real. So when you're in an argument with somebody, it gets more heated. I think like Twitter, you can just be like, psh,
right? They got an egg by their name. They aren't even real.
Yeah, whatever. But like when you actually see him with his family, and he's got the Facebook.
And then Twitter's so crazy. It's like depending on how like outrageous your comment was, it's almost like you can't stop it. Like so, like Facebook, you can kind of what's the word I want to say? Like, so I like Facebook, you can kind of just delete the whole original post and you might be cool. But Twitter, since it's the fastest source of news, it could be like, you can delete your post, but 15 other people got it and it's just spreading.
Yeah.
And you just like, man, I can't believe I said that. Yeah. Like, it's gone. You on the internet now.
Delete your tweet,
Instagram.
Delete your tweets.
Instagram ain't really got no like repost option, so it would have to be like phenomenal. You have to be trending around the world for like everybody to like repost it. But Twitter just that retweet. You know what? I'm gonna actually save the video. Matter of fact, I want all the clout. I'm gonna post it on my page without tagging them.
Yeah, but this is one thing that that kind of bothers me is I don't think they pay attention to how they're posting on these things. Like I'll see people just post the same thing on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, like same format, or but like it doesn't work that way. Like if they really want to get clout, like they have to like customize it to that platform. You cannot post just a flyer to Instagram. Yeah, you're gonna get like 50 likes. I don't care if you have 10,000 followers.
Yeah,
it's
slow.
It just doesn't work. You know what I'm saying? And I think once they discover that out is the key. Yeah. But again, maybe it's because they have these old social media people. Like because that one dude that was like the promotions guy, now he's like 45 and runs Twitter.
Facts.
you know, maybe that's not the best position for him. Maybe
Right.
get like a dude out of college
Yeah.
that's going to be efficient, you know. Hire that dude, whoever works at Wendy's. You know, that one dude that tweets at Wendy's or whoever that guy is. That guy's funny, you know.
He's hilarious.
But they need someone like that.
Yeah.
You know, someone that's a personality on, you know, instead of creating, because people lock to personalities.
Yeah.
They don't lock to brands as much.
Go with what you like, man. You wanna feel like you know them.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like if you make Channel 3 or Channel 19 have like their own personality on Twitter where they're just like
Borderline beefing or something like that.
or they're just like, you know, they're just funny and that you can tell it's a real person, not just the same shit that was on your 5 a.m. or 5 p.m. broadcast.
Facts.
You know?
Yeah.
And that's the key. That's the key to
That's
unlock.
the secret right there.
That's where I'm coming in. I'm gonna be the face. No, yeah. But no, I mean that's what people got to realize.
feel like time is going so crazy that so you know how we kind of say like, oh, it's the older people and they at the station and they like, I don't want to do Facebook Live.
Yeah.
And I've been seeing like between like NASA and like Jeff Bezos, pretty much they're working on you know, space travel being like convenient for those people that have a lot of money. And just imagine like, I don't know, like you become the old person and like, you got to do the news out of space now. And you like, I don't want to go out of space. I ain't went out of space in 20 years. I've been, you know, doing it on Earth the way it's been going.
Right.
And now, I don't know, now you're putting the old person's shoes to like, I really don't want to do this. I don't even see why are we doing the news out of space right now? When it's people on Earth that need the news. Like, like let's focus on this situation. But literally, technology is moving fast.
That first news station on Mars is gonna be a battle. People are gonna be like, NBC's gonna be like, oh,
right.
yeah,
throwing bows.
Yeah, put that flag down.
Like seriously, like. People, I don't know. I just feel like time is moving crazy. Technology is moving crazy.
I mean, just to think again about the substance that we're putting out. You know, it's way more soft. It's again like a way to escape, not really to. Let's be honest. How many times you come home and you want to hear about, you know, a house that's on fire or someone that was like killed? I mean. Honestly, you don't want to hear that in your day.
Yeah, you don't.
You don't want to hear it. I mean, sometimes like you should be educated on what's going on in your area, but most people want to come home, put their mind off, take their mind off, you know, hit that off switch, and just watch mindless content.
Well, I think before the whole issue was kind of like, I mean, if we're talking about 30, 20 years ago, definitely specifically, it was a lot less channels to watch in general. So I feel like people wanted the drama. Especially if it was locally. So think about it. There's no social media.
There's no.
If we're talking about 30 years ago, it's barely a cell phone.
Yeah,
and especially compared to like what we have. So I would basically say cell phones don't even exist 30 years ago. So people want the drama of what's going on in their town. Oh man, it was this crash on the freeway. Oh, that was crazy, and talk about it. But now it's kind of like we have a lot more channels, a lot more quality, different things to look at. All these, you know, things from like a Netflix, a Hulu. So with all those options, it's kind of like you gotta really ask yourself, kind of like how you just said, do I really want to hear about the car? Like, the car crash is important or whatever, but don't get 20 car crashes and that be the whole news episode. Like, it kind of you kind of have to limit it now to the drama.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, well,
because people want a sense of peace in the mix of the drama.
Yeah, I mean, because people love. I mean, we're that kind of creatures. Like that's just how it is. But I think looking back 20 years ago or 30 years ago, what people didn't have all this chatter that we're around.
Yeah,
we're around constant chatter, constant drama.
Yeah.
You go on Twitter, you're seeing threads full of just talking shit, drama. You know, some of it's funny, some of it's a little too far, but like people are getting their fix there. And people want to be able to put down their cell phone or pick it up and just watch a cute puppy just like walking down the street.
You just need that release, man. That's really all it is. You got
I mean, because we are around too much chatter, and if I hear another person complaining on TV, or you know, I just don't want to put that in my head. I want to happy thoughts, happy things, fun things. You know what's going on with my favorite artist.
Yeah, and even like shoot, that's the news side. Like just look at like shows like shit, let me think. Stephen A. Why Stephen A. is so successful? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got a guy in there. We talk about the same sports blabber all day. The X's and O's about how LeBron and them, or they might not make the playoffs, etc. LeBron's still the GOAT. Blah blah blah. We can go on for days, but we need that energy, that barbershop talk of Stephen A. yelling across the room at somebody at Max Kellerman. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You need that vibe. You need that energy of just like shaking things up.
Or, you know, the entertainment of Drip Bayless.
Literally.
Well, see, that's exactly right. People don't want to deal with the fake bullshit of news. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
You look around, like, news is super fabricated. It is.
Yes, sir.
The anchors are overly happy, you know, and they're not actually saying how they feel.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that's just how it is. Obviously, TV, that's because TV has restrictions. But on these platforms, they don't. You know, that's why podcasts are a boom.
Yeah.
Because people can sit and talk and say what they want to say.
Mm-hmm.
And I think our generation doesn't like the censorship that TV brings. You know, having that censored, proper kind of fake look on their face, like fake mask behind the mask. Like, who are they really? People like to relate to people that are real, like me and you. You know, that's why I think like maybe your thing as the, you know, doing the barbershop talk, that's who you are. That's really who you are.
Yeah. Oh yeah. About
you know, and then maybe your content reached people that it wasn't reaching before because you're real. You're that guy. You know.
Yeah, so I can definitely say like being organic is definitely selling right now. Before I feel like these sports players or anybody would get into these interviews and it would just be like, yes, I go to church every Sunday. Kids go to school. You got anything else to say? Oh no, not at all. Where now you can get that hour interview.
Oh yeah.
And they're like,
talk about
I'm gonna
life.
be real. You know, sometimes I argue with my wife. Sometimes, you know, things aren't, you know, going the best. I just paid all this money on taxes. I didn't know what I was doing. And when people see that, it's kind of just like they're a real person. And some people become even more fans off of a lot of stuff that they didn't know. Like, oh, dang, I just thought he was a good sports player. I didn't even know he was doing all that. He had to manage all these charities and all of this. So I think those like our interviews and these all these like upcoming podcasts, they're just helping the world grow, helping us see what we need to see. Where the news is kind of like, I don't know, they just get that real commercial like 5 minutes, and it's just not. A lot of people just aren't sold by that 5 minutes anymore.
Yeah, I think the three things that really sell, if we're like, you made me think of things that people love to see and love in people that are personalities, right? It's like, you know, confidence, you know, able to like sell yourself, and then authenticity, of course, you know, being authentic, being that person, feeling like you're my next door neighbor, like I can relate to that guy. And then I also think, fuck, I had the third one. Now I lost it. God damn it. No,
Come on, you got it, man.
I know I got it in here somewhere. Authenticity and this is what with talking with Stephen A. People love this. The drama, the controversy.
Yeah, you gotta have.
You know,
you gotta shake things up a little bit, shake the table.
Yeah, and I don't think it has to be like. When I mean controversy, I don't think it has to be like, oh, you're saying something that's really fucked up.
It doesn't have to offend anybody.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it doesn't have to offend anybody. I think it's just making some of your statements how you feel to the public. That, you know, and they'll be able to
disagree.
Yeah, it's okay to disagree and accept things. You are allowed to have that. It makes it more authentic. You know?
Easily.
If you have an opinion on something, then it'll either. And that's how you make money, dude. If you're controversial, you have opinions on stuff, people love that.
Man, the funniest thing to me is when Stephen A. Smith say, put the camera on me. Because it's like we're already watching the video, so the camera is literally off, but put the camera on me is just one of the funniest like phrases as like a person that just does news to me.
What a job, man.
That just talks, bro. I don't know how they
just
do
talk
it, bro.
shit every day.
You know how hard of a job that is,
A lot
bro?
of aspirin, a lot of
Bro,
ibuprofen.
listen to and they're on there talking for years. It's not even a new topic. They can argue about the same topic for days. Like it's nuts.
But
bro.
could you imagine if they didn't have if they weren't butting heads?
I mean,
didn't have opposite opinions.
Skip is literally getting paid millions to tell us that LeBron is not as good as Michael Jordan. He done found a million ways to explain this to us between Twitter, his podcast on SoundCloud, and Shannon argues with a lot of his points, but it's just that's literally his niche. His niche is literally trying to explain to us that LeBron James is not better than Michael Jordan. And I don't know what happens once LeBron retires or how that works out for him. Yeah. But maybe it'd just be a new player. Maybe he'd just start, I don't know, that maybe a Zion. Zion is not better than LeBron or I don't know where he's gonna move forward, but because LeBron only got so much time left. I say probably 4. What you think? What y'all think? How much time LeBron got left?
LeBron ain't going nowhere no time soon.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Until
I think 4 years is a lot of. That's a lot of time. It is a long
time. I would.
But I could see him going past that if he wanted to.
Win MVP this year. Why stop?
Yeah.
What is he? 17 years in right now.
Yeah, even if we said,
I think if he wants to go, he can still go.
Oh yeah, he can rock. Bro.
Yeah,
I can see 4 though. I wouldn't be mad.
I'm trying to think because.
I wouldn't be mad at 4 at all.
Yeah,
10 is partially out of pocket.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
10 is out of pocket. It's like he pushed it.
I can see 6. I think the magic number is 6.
6 is 6. He got that money. I feel like 6. He just ran off with the bag pretty much at that point. Especially that's probably a crazy concept in its own. Selling his last year to a team. Don't you want me to be a part of the last? You get the last legacy of LeBron. That's crazy.
Oh yeah, that would be big.
Oh yeah, you gotta come back to the city.
Yeah. So where do you see kind of yourself going with this digital content producer? Do you want to be like a journalist for ESPN? Where do you see your future career going?
Man, just
dream job.
Dream job.
Yeah, go dream job first.
I kind of been blessed. The 2 jobs that I had up to this point with 19 and with the Undefeated, just being able to create my own stuff has just been dream jobs in themselves, bro. As long as I'm able to have that same type of freedom and be able to tell stories. So I kind of had the best of both worlds. I can break it down. So with 19, I was able to inspire and kind of tell stories that were interesting and kind of off brand a little bit. So we got that regular news about the fire and the shooting and all that other carrying on. But look at this little girl that's doing amazing things in her community. A little bit of a switch up. Then we got the stuff that I'm doing for ESPN, The Undefeated, where it was just me talking smack. Just me talking smack in front of a green screen. Here's Randy. And people effing with it. You know what I mean? That was dope to me. So you get your jokes off and you able to, inspire in the same breath. That was just, if I can do that in my next job, bro, sign me up yesterday. It's a go.
So what would hold more value to you? So let's say you got 2 options. So option A is you're on TV, you're in major outlet city, let's say New York or LA. That's where you live. It's consistent. You got your channel, and people celebrities still come to you or whatever. Yeah. Option B, you pretty much you're out in the field. You travel every month. Constant, just literally constant traveling. Still seeing all the celebrities you want to see. Still delivering great content under what you want to do. Which one are you leaning towards?
I think I would want to bounce around. I want to go B. I want to be able to move, man. I'm young. I'm a young buck.
Well, that's what I think is really great with the content producer is you're always able to move. I mean, every city has an outlet, no matter what it is. It might be similar to a Channel 19, but at least you have that on your resume. Now you can go anywhere. You can call them up and be like, I guarantee they'll need another producer. Yeah. At any place in the United States. Yeah. Content's in demand. No matter who you are. It could be the Cleveland Clinic has a huge content producing center. University hospitals, we shoot with them all the time. They all have these big units because they even have to shoot videos, and I'm sure that they have a big unit down in Atlanta that has to do that stuff. And that's the wonderful part I think about your job is you are able to bounce around a lot.
Yeah, you're definitely able to bounce around a lot and shoot. And it's just about somebody getting it. So I kind of was in a lucky spot where I was, and I was just like finding, like I'm on a hunt right now. Like I haven't gotten a cut in years. Like I'm over here, look, I'm on my Jay-Z right now. You know when Jay-Z, whenever his hair growing out, he's about to drop an album or something like that.
Man.
That's the type of wave I'm on right now. I'm like trying to lock in.
I feel you.
So it's like, yeah, man, just trying to lock in and find somebody they want to rock with Randy. So I'm trying to be patient.
Right, I mean, something will definitely come up. Again, I think having the ability to be the shooter, the editor, the reporter, find the stories, that's so much value and skill. People can only do one of those things sometimes. Yeah. You know, so just having that ability, and you not only did that, you went away, you worked on ESPN stuff as well. Yeah. You know, that is a big resume builder, and I think you'll find an amazing job that you'll enjoy, and being able to do that kind of stuff again for sure.
Love, bro.
Yeah.
Love.
I mean, it takes talent. This stuff takes skills, man.
That's real life. Yeah.
You think that just the average Joe can create stories at a fast pace. Again, we talked about the pace of the media industry. You know, it's not just a story every month. It's stories multiple, maybe a week, if not more. You know.
Yeah.
And just having, even in the slow times, being able to find a story that's just good enough to get you through that week so you can get on to the bigger, better story, you know? Yeah. That takes skill.
Facts.
It takes time. People don't understand things like, oh yeah, I just called the one girl and we sat and had an interview about how, you know, her amazing football skills. She's playing football. Right. You know? Like, it takes skill it takes time to sit there, go through it all, plan it, shoot it, cut it, edit it. The next day you're on to another story.
Yeah,
redo it all again.
It's a trip. So for folks that's like not in news and just like we're curious how the process really goes, it's like this sheet of paper right here. So you get in there and like as an MMJ, you making all your calls. So let me think about a story here. A really cool one I was mad excited about. We talking about guys from the city. I got to interview Chip. I got to catch up with him when he came back.
Chip
he was in town, so he was he had a performance at, I think he was at the Grog Shop too. Okay. And he was there, and he was here for the weekend. I'm like, yo, man. I hit him up from the station's page or whatever, since we verified. I hit him up. I'm like, yo, man, heard you in the city. Would love to catch up with you about your legacy and kind of what you built here. Yeah. And he was all for it. So I kicked it with him for a day. I had no idea what was going to happen when I went into this. I got lucky with the cameraman that day. Usually I'm shooting by myself. Right. So we just rocking with him throughout the city, man. I got a list of questions about his life story. I mean, I grew up listening to him, you know what I mean? Right. We all did. So it was kind of like, it was a trip being in front of him. But it's a list of questions. It's weeks at a time or days at a time, writing out what you think he would say to kind of bounce off ideas the same way these guys produce the content here. But it's you gotta lock in, bro. It's really what it is. Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, like you said earlier, using that name to meet these people. Yeah, you know, you kind of finesse that. You gotta finesse, bro. You know, you gotta finesse. Yeah, you gotta finesse. That's really that's what I did. That's awesome.
One thing that I kind of think, since you know both of you like work in the news, that's kind of interesting is you have to just like do your job. So like for instance, when the Kobe situation happened, so let's say obviously TMZ was the first to report it. I could see all these CEOs of the company or even like local bosses just like hurry up and write the story. Oh, yeah. When somebody might really be trying to gather their thoughts and just be in disbelief. Yeah. Like, can I have a can I have a day off? Like I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to write this, but it's like it's the position you picked and you gotta write it. Like we need that. We need that in an hour. Like in less than an hour.
It's nuts when breaking news happens. So like the Kobe situation. I remember when Mac passed. It was like we were so like blown away by the breaking news. It was just like we didn't even want to move, let alone write it. Right. But we gotta break it out and send the push out so cats know what's going on too. So it's like a second of what the you know what I'm saying, and then you got to start writing.
Even on like your end, as far as recording it, they might have a kid come in and they might say something, and you're just supposed to be holding the camera recording like, and you like damn, can I take a break? Like I didn't even know kids felt this way about this person, and I feel this way about and we got a huge age difference. And I don't know, I just feel like that's like the crazy side of news that people don't hear about or see about, is that I had to still write the story. Like, it didn't matter what I was going through, but for y'all to see that and for our brand to prosper, I still had to put together my thoughts and get the content out to y'all.
That's facts. That's facts. I mean, it get heavier than that too. Just like on a daily life deal. If you sitting there and you like, damn man, why Stephen ain't yelling again? You know what I mean, it's entertaining. You got some people that say, oh man, he always blabbering. Some people that's just entertained by it in itself, and then the whole time he going through a whole mess of trouble couldn't even imagine on his mental. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just like masking that and keep doing your job. That's crazy.
See, that's even my concern, as I was thinking about as an anchor. I'm like sitting there, that live TV stuff, man, I couldn't do it. I have bad days. I mean, we all have bad days, you know, and man, I could see myself just fumbling so bad, dude. Like, I'm just like,
I think I did master like the whole idea of like having a switch when the camera cut on. I'm pretty sure you kind of like mastered that too. Like, well, it just is what it is.
I'm talking like recorded stuff, yes. Like, you know, I don't think the pressure's as high. You're able to cut stuff. But when those big ass live cameras turn on in that lit studio,
I mean, it's definitely a lot of weight.
I'm looking in there. I'm like, these guys have the composure.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't have to like deal with that. Having to go to different interviews same day. You know, just a lot of bad stuff is happening, and like you said, like it could be live or whatever, but you just gotta do it. Like, that's just a crazy thing. Like, because I mean, now we live in an age where even if it's not live, it's still live because they want to get on their Instagram live and you can't, or Twitter live, whatever. And you know, you just gotta be like, oh, okay, so this ain't gonna be. Basically, I just gotta be nice at this point, even though I'm going through this scenario.
Yeah, I mean, I think we have it easier now. We are kind of all live all the time. You know, people can catch us at any time live on the internet. Yeah. I couldn't imagine. I mean, like, I think 20 years ago it was probably a lot tougher to get into it because they weren't used to the. I don't know. It's something different.
Yeah.
You know, now we're used to. I can go live any second I want.
Yep.
Right.
And reach a whole bunch of people.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think that's a good point to wrap this podcast up. You know, thanks for being on. That was great.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Can you tell the camera where people can find you at?
For sure. Everybody follow me at Randy is Ice. That's on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, MySpace. But yeah,
The good old days.
Follow me. Yeah.
All right, awesome. Thank you all for watching and listening, everyone. It's your boy Chef T.
I'm Will the Spacekid.
Randy.
And keep it real. See you next week.
For sure.
Thank you all for listening and joining us on another episode of the Stirfry. All the music was created by Steve Ozell, so check him out on all streaming services at Stevo Music, spelled ST3V30 Music. Also, if you enjoyed this podcast, please subscribe and leave a review. We'd greatly appreciate it. And see you next Tuesday when we talk with Mr. Trayvon Stance. He's one of my good friends and a real character. We talk about his music career and much more. It's full of content, so see you next week and keep it real.